Hi everyone, my name is Jonesy and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be getting into the 2024 favorites of your average woman. We're going to be looking at makeup favorites, skincare favorites. So anyway, let's get into it. So I have not one, not two, but three tubes of this moisturizer. This is the Naturium Multi-Peptide Moisturizer, and when I tell you, this is quite possibly the greatest moisturizer that I have put on my face ever. The formula on this isn't too thick, which I quite like, especially if I'm going to be wearing it in the daytime. But if you are also using it as a nighttime moisturizer, I find that the hydration on it is sufficient. There's no scent. The texture of this is just so gorgeous going onto the face. They really did a good job when formulating this moisturizer. And I mean, obviously, like, I have my fourth tube right here. Okay? Like, she is well loved in this household and will continue to be well loved. I don't think I will ever purchase another moisturizer ever again. And just while we're on the Naturium train, um, one, two, and I'm pretty sure I threw out a third bottle, and then I also have a fourth bottle on my dresser right now that is almost empty. I do need to go get another one. This is the Naturium Biolipid Restoring Body Lotion. Oh my god. See, before Naturium hit the shelves at Shoppers Drug Mart, I didn't really understand the hype. I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. It's a body care brand. Like, body lotion can't be that good, right? Especially at that price point. Like, that just seems so ridiculous to me. I very quickly ate my words with that one. Actually, kind of annoyed that I even tried this because now this has to be my body moisturizer for life. And again, the price point on this isn't like your $9 or $10 Nivea that you're getting at Walmart. I think this is in like the $20 to $25 range, which for the size of the bottle, I will say I do go through this pretty quickly because I am a plus size woman. There's a lot of surface area to cover, so this probably wasn't the best thing for me to purchase just with that in mind, but I will say a pump of this does go a long way on the body. So I don't know. I think it's worth it. Honestly, this was hands down one of the best things that I purchased in 2024, and it's going into 2025 with me. So, what does that tell you? Yeah. This is Skin Fix Barrier Plus Foaming Oil Cleanser. I don't know how many bottles of this I've purchased, okay? I have this empty bottle. I think I've thrown out probably a couple of empty ones. I have one sitting in my bathroom right now. I even have one sitting at my mom's house, okay? That is on standby for when I am staying at her house and I need to wash my face. Yeah, the Skin Fix Foaming Oil Cleanser, let me tell you, it's not an oil, actually. You would think that with the name saying oil in it, that it would be a more like oil texture, kind of like a cleansing oil, but that's not the case here. This is a very milky, delicious cleanser. It's hydrating. I don't find that it overly strips out my face. My face still feels clean, but it doesn't feel tight. And this is old reliable. Like, I know that I can always, always, always depend on this formula. And I have tried, okay? I have tried to stray away from this. And nothing can compare. I did decide to test out one more cleanser just to see if there was anything that could align with this. So I'll let you guys know my thoughts and feelings eventually on that. But for right now, I just need you to know that this is the truth. This is the truth. I have to double check the price, but I'm pretty sure though this cleanser is like $40. It's not the most affordable cleanser on the planet by any means, especially since you're only getting 6 ounces in here, but I'm pretty sure I can make a bottle of this stretch for at least a couple of months. So, but to me, it's worth it. I think for the last thing in the skincare category, we have the Bioderma Sensi Bio Micellar Water. Let me tell you, nothing, and I mean nothing, takes my makeup off as good as this when I am feeling lazy. Okay. No, I should be double cleansing my face every single night, especially as a makeup wearer. But sometimes you just can't do that, you know? Like, I don't know if anybody else just has those nights where they cannot stand in front of the sink to wash their face. And when those nights happen, this bad boy comes in clutch. And again, I have gone through probably two other bottles of this, and now I also have the Big Daddy bottle with the little pump on the top. Yeah, that's how much I love this. This will forever be a repurchase to me personally. I just think it's worth it. I have tried other micellar waters and nothing can compare. This breaks down mascara especially well, and I wear the Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerize mascara, and that mascara is really thick, and I personally think it's quite heavy duty, and this takes it off very well. First, want to get into the things that are currently sitting in my purse right now that I am just too lazy to go and grab. First thing that I have is the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Endless Cacao. That shade had everybody's hearts this last year, and honestly, with good reason. I'm just going to hold up a different shade that I have just as like so you know what the product is. This is Wherever Walnut, which if you look like me, this will not work for you. Okay. But this year, I really dabbled away from using Cork from MAC, which I do have that on today, which don't get me wrong, very gorgeous lip liner. But when I actually look at my lips are two-toned and the outer perimeter of my lips are more of like a grayish kind of brown tone. And Endless Cacao is like the perfect complement to that if I want to line my lips, and especially if I want to wear something that's more like pink or nudie. So my favorite lip combination, especially this summer, actually was Endless Cacao from Makeup Forever, and then just filling in my lips with Haus Labs lip glaze, which is actually the next favorite that I want to talk about. We're getting a little bit of a twofer here. I love the Haus Labs lip glaze so much that I have it in the shade Persimmon, and then I also have it in the shade Guava. Guava is in my purse with Endless Cacao right now because that was actually my Valentine's Day lip combo. The Haus Labs lip glaze formula is quite possibly the most gorgeous lip gloss formula on the market. Like, I'm not even, that's not an exaggeration. Like, they really did their big one with this, and I really want them to release more colors. One thing about me, I do not mess around when it comes to my lips, okay? This is my perfect lip gloss. I don't want something that's too sticky, but you need to be pretty long wearing. You need to sit comfortably on the lips. My lips cannot be peeling by the end of the day if I am wearing that lip product. It needs to be very nourishing. So this Haus Labs, it checks all of those boxes. It is just so beautiful. And the amount of pigment that you're actually getting out of this product as well when it's on your lips, it's just divine, okay? If you haven't tried this already and you're in the market for a lip gloss, highly recommend. We're actually going to put it on. It's just the perfect amount of pigment. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. That's the shade Persimmon. The Ole Henriksen lip balms. Oh my god. Those are quite frankly, those deserve the hype that the Summer Fridays lip butter bombs got, okay? The Ole Henriksen lip balms, they are so nourishing and hydrating, and they are just so gorgeous on the lips. Like, I don't know who I was before those, honestly. And I think it's the like cocoa shade. It's like the brown shade. I'll put a picture of it here. It is such a gorgeous lip product. I don't even know what else to say about it, honestly. The shade of it is absolutely quite gorgeous. I really want to get the creme brulee one. It's beautiful. And my lips aren't crackling at the end of the day. And that's so important to me because I can't have dry lips and I can't have lips that are peeling. I am so sorry, but I can't. And the Ole Henriksen is absolutely the most divine lip treatment if you have $30 and you're in the market. Hell yeah, I would go and get it. Another lip balm formula that was also really, oh my god, such a heavy hitter, let me tell you. And it's also in my purse. I thought I had a backup of it. I don't know where it is, but I think I have like two or three of them now. The Topicals Slick Salve, and I just have it in the clear minty version. Oh my god. That one is pretty sticky, I will say, and especially as it wears off throughout the day, you do feel a little bit of a tackiness, but the coat that it puts on your lips, so gorgeous, and it has this like glossy glass shine, and your lips are just so hydrated and juicy. Yeah, yeah. And topicals is also a little bit more of an affordable option. I think it's like definitely less than $30. I want to say it's like $27. And then at Christmas time, they had a pack of two for 36. I don't know if it's still available, but oh my god, topicals, like they knew what they were doing when they made that. I will say, like, I think it's one of the most gorgeous lip products. Definitely a favorite. And it's one of those lip balms where I feel like if you are outside in extreme, like cold temperatures, especially, I wore it one day when my mom and I were on a boat and it was pretty cold out. You know, we got some winds and it was really a saving grace that day. Like, my lips did not get dry at all just because of how hydrating and how thick that lip treatment is. It's gorgeous. 10 out of 10, 2024 fave. I will say that. Sorry, the sun is really bothering me, and I'm sitting here like just waiting for it to leave my sphere. I picked a really bad time to film today. For foundation, I actually don't wear foundation, I wear skin tints. So, my 2024 favorite skin tint, which honestly it was the only skin tint that I really wore, is the Hourglass. This is the hydrating skin tint, and I wear it in the shade 11. Um, this is almost empty. I love this skin tint. This skin tint is so beautiful. If you like really dewy, hydrated looking skin that just is radiating, this is a beautiful product. I felt like my skin never really looked weird. I find if I'm wearing something on my face that is just a little bit too of like a natural finish, it kind of brings out the dryness a little bit in my face, and I never experienced that with this. It is a very hydrating formula. I think it's very beautiful. The coverage is also very decent. You can get a fair amount of coverage out of this for just the most gorgeous skin like glow, and just it's so like, I would say it's like ethereal, you know? It's just so beautiful. I will say it's like a pretty top contender for like holy grail status, but I do really enjoy trying new makeup and just seeing everything that's out on the market. Unfortunately, I'm not that type of person where it's like, well, if I like this one, why would I ever deviate from that? There are a couple of things where I can maybe do that, but for the most part, I need to try everything. In 2024, I think I tried maybe like three concealers. I tried the House Labs concealer, I tried the Kulfi concealer, and I tried the Glossier stretch concealer because the teenage me just really needed to experience that. If I had to pick my favorite concealers, it would have been House Labs and Kulfi. Glossier, I but honestly, like Kulfi, I will say out of the two came out on top just for me personally. The formula is a little bit thinner and it's a little bit more natural. I think just like a touch more hydrating. So with everything on my face being so dry, especially in the wintertime, I just found myself really wanting to reach for the Kulfi concealer. I wear the shade Extra Lychee, and I just use that on my under eye, and I think that the finish, the coverage, everything about it is just so stunning. It definitely came out on top for me, and I actually get really excited to use it every day. This Makeup by Mario bronzing and shaping serum, can we talk about that dent? I think I got it midway through the year, Actually, wait, when did I get this? Wait, I think I got this during the winter sale, and that's how much I've used. Okay. And this is the best bronzer I think I've ever used, especially if we're talking like a cream liquid bronzer. Oh my god, I don't even know what to say about this, honestly. The finish on this is so natural and beautiful. Like it literally just looks like you got touched by the sun. And honestly, I think I'm almost comfortable in saying I don't think I would ever want to try another bronzing product ever again. And I say I'm almost comfortable with saying that just because I want to see what else he has to offer. I'm wanting to try the one, I think it's the Skin Perfector. I want to try that one before I just officially claim this as my favorite go to holy grail bronzer. I just love everything about this, and I like the innovativeness of the fact that you have a doe foot applicator but also a pump built in. I think that's pretty freaking neat. Mario did his big one with this one. Like, I think it's great. If you're curious, I use the shade medium dark. I think it's perfect for me. For blushes, I am a blush girl. I love me some blush. There are two blushes that could fit into the favorite category just because I definitely had a favorite more towards the beginning of the year and then also more towards the end of the year. The Say Do blushes were kind of like my reintroduction to a liquid blush. And was it ever the best reintroduction to a liquid blush? Let me tell you. Oh my god, these blushes are so gorgeous. They offer such a nice, like, radiant, glowy cheek, and you just look like you're so hydrated. Sadly, though, I do think I have to retire these from my collection. I want to say that they've gone bad, but I can't remember what they originally smelled like. But I also think that might be a really good indication that they've gone bad. But I will say these will be missed when I have to declutter them because I think they're really beautiful. But again, like, I just love testing products. So even though these are some of my favorite blushes, I want to see what else is on the market. But they will be missed. And that's how I know that they are a favorite of mine because I'm excited to reach for these. I think the blush product, though, that I was the most excited to try, and just the product use alone, like the visual product use of this product, it's a very clear indicator, okay, that this was a favorite of mine. That is the Merit Flush Balm in the shade Fox. Do we see that? Do you see how flat that is? It actually makes me laugh because I don't think I have ever just so heavily fallen in love with a product before. It's what I have on my cheeks today. When I bought this very quickly became the blush that I just wore every single day. The Merit Flush Bombs are just very dewy, very natural. They just provide the most gorgeous glow to the skin. They're not very long wearing, and that's just because of the nature of the product. The nature of the product is balmy, like it's in the name. So if you're expecting longevity, don't, because you would have to set them down with a powder or layer it with something else if you're going to do like a Patrick Ta kind of moment where you're putting a powder down first and then going in with that. But I will say, it's just so beautiful. Like, I don't even know what to tell you. I will add, though, if you like the Merit Flush Balm in the shade Fox, if you like the shade, but you aren't a fan of a balmy texture and you want something that's a little bit more powdery and matte, might I suggest the KJH brand Soft Smudge in Soft Raisin. It's a pretty close dupe. I can talk about that in a separate video, but just so you know, you do have options because I find the shade, I feel like you can't really find something similar to this, you know, but I did. I did. I am very much of the opinion that mascara should just be purchased at the drugstore, but I found this year me and drugstore mascaras just weren't really getting along very well. I experience extreme wateriness in my left eye, and where my lashes aren't very long, they're more so just curly. I need something that is offering a lot of volume to kind of give the illusion that there's a little bit more going on. And I just couldn't find a drugstore mascara that was giving me the volume that I needed it to give while also still offering transfer proof formula that wasn't waterproof. You know, like I don't want my mascara sliding all over the place, but I also don't want it to be a battle at the end of the night taking it off because my lashes just don't agree with that. So I decided, I was like, you know what, screw it. We're going to try a more high end formula. And I tried the Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerize mascara. See, I got the small tube because I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to like it or not. Boy, do I like it. I love it. It is so. I feel like it's the first mascara that I've tried that is actually giving me the exact amount of volume, length. I find it doesn't smudge when my eyes water. It doesn't transfer onto my eyelids. It stays put all day long. And I feel like I can reach halfway through my day, look in the mirror, and I still look like I have lashes. I feel like if I'm taking pictures, I still look like I have lashes. Before, if I took a picture and I wasn't wearing false lashes and I just had mascara on, I felt like it didn't really look like I had anything on my eyes. But this is so gorgeous and it adds the perfect amount of oomph to my eyes. I feel like you can actually tell that, you know, I have lashes, I'm wearing mascara, and I think it's a great formula. It's a little bit pricey. I know it's not drugstore, but for now, I just opt to buy the smaller bottles because you shouldn't be keeping mascara around for too long anyway, just for the bacteria growth. So I'm okay with keeping a little bottle on my vanity. It doesn't bother me much. I can do without the big bottle for now. Maybe someday I'll upgrade though. And lastly, in the makeup category, I have the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This is gorgeous. I love this setting spray. This I find makes my makeup last very well. It still keeps the skin looking very dewy and hydrated. If I had a dollar for every time I said hydrated in this video, I don't know what you want me to tell you, but I just love hydrated, dewy skin. This is a very great setting spray formula, and you know it's a favorite because I bought the 2-pack travel sizes at Christmas time. Didn't realize that one of them had a scent though, and that scent is horrific. So bad. I can't stand it. But I have a little bottle that I keep in my bag. I take it with me traveling. I have the big bottle that sits on my vanity. I have a bunch of other travel size bottles. Like, I have so many bottles of this stuff. This is magical. I love it. I did pick up something else and I don't know if I'm fully sold on it. Like, I think this is the one for me. This is the one that I just can't stray away from because this is just so gorgeous. For me, perfume, I went through a phase in my life where I really loved wearing perfume and I wore it quite often. And then I kind of leaned away from wearing it. And then 2024 was kind of my reintroduction into perfume. And what sparked that actually was learning that my old favorite perfume, the Kilian Kissing Burns, that perfume was discontinued. And I found that out when I was about to buy a big bottle of it and I couldn't find it anywhere. And you know what, though? I will say I'm glad that that never happened because 2024 and finding the perfumes that I really truly love and kind of like the scent bubble that really speaks to me, that was so valuable. Because I smell Kissing Burns now and I'm like, oh my God, that smells not what I remember it smelling. All is that to say is that the two perfumes that really hit it out of the park for me in 2024 are Kayali Vanilla 28 and Commodity Milk. However, I think I've decided that I prefer the bold version of Milk, but anyway, the expressive scent formula is still absolutely divine. Vanilla 28 was my introduction to Kayali, and was it just the best introduction to a brand one could possibly have? Okay, Vanilla 28 to me is very reminiscent of the Elizabeth and James Black Nirvana, which is the perfume that me and my best friend wore when we were teenagers. It has such a delicious vanilla to it, but it's also a little bit smoky. The way that it wears on my skin, it does dry down and wear down to be like a sugar cookie almost, which is really interesting. I wore it to my work Christmas party and I got a message from somebody at a few tables over and they're like, "We need to know what perfume you're wearing. You smell like baked cookies." I'll take it. I want to smell delicious and yummy, okay? And Vanilla 28, one of my favorites. I have like 3 travel size bottles like sprinkled around in various purses. This is definitely a perfume that I will keep around for the long run. And honestly, honorable mention, just while we're talking about Kayali, the Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar that they recently released. This is, oh my god, this is sweet, okay? This is so, so, so sweet, but this is perfect for the summertime. I love this. Mmm. This is delicious, okay? For 2024, that was definitely like hands down favorite perfume. And then same thing for Commodity Milk. This is like a sweet plush fragrance, very warm though. It's very sweet. I love the smell of it. And it's definitely one of those perfumes that is also going to stick around with me for a very long time. I'm excited to get to a point where I can purchase the bigger bottle of it because it's just a fabulous perfume. And they're another brand that I'm really excited to kind of see more of what they do. Anyway, those were my 2024 favorites for skincare, makeup, fragrance. That's what I was just reaching for in 2024. And quite truthfully, don't be surprised if you see a lot of this for 2025 as well. I really try to make a good effort to use what I have, play with what I have, really learn what it is that I like in a product. And I try not to hold on to things that aren't really serving me because why would I waste my money on products that just aren't great? But anyway, those were my favorites. Thank you so much for watching. And if you made it this far, please, please, please let me know what your favorites were for the year of 2024. If there was anything that you were bringing into 2025 with you as a favorite. If you want to see more from me, make sure you are subscribing to my channel. I'm so happy you're here, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.